How's it going, guys? Coffee here. Today I wanted to go over the plan for the Iris 1 League Starter. This is just going to be using the standard Lightning Magus. So far, pretty much nothing, again, is being nerfed or changing about her in particular. And if anything, Iris is actually getting a pretty significant buff. So they're actually making a change here to her tree, and that is giving her, let's just search it here, you're actually getting 50% Spirit Magus cooldown recovery speed right into the kit for Iris herself. So what this means is that the cooldown for everything related to especially ultimate skills is significantly reduced, right? So what this means is you should see, or we should be seeing, a really big DPS spike on Iris for the builds that are just running the ultimate version. So we do know that the ultimate Thunder Spirits were carrying and doing extremely well. So we know that these work out very well. So you're pretty much just doing your standard leveling with them into a two-handed weapon of some sort, along with isomorphic arms at that point. So your standard leveling here, again, Thunder Spirit with Elemental Duo, Multi-Proj, Savage Growth, Servant Damage, and High Voltage. Pretty much pretty standard Iris things. Nothing really changes from any other Iris version or build, right? You're going with Blink, you're going with Nourish, you're going with Dazzling Bloom, Elemental Shock, and then whatever curse. In this case, it's going to be Electrocute. The only things that are up in the air is we don't really exactly know how the trees are going to be out yet, just because we do know that they are adding the extra tree, but we don't know how that's occurring. So they did show in a screenshot, it appears the new trees only go to like 24 points, like how these trees do here, where they're like 6 across. So what that means is something out of here is getting taken out and removed, or taken out and moved elsewhere. We're not really sure yet. We can't really see. I presume the Alchemist tree is going to be pretty much the same. God of Machines isn't going to change. This is still just going to end up being orders. And then Mighty Guard early. And then as soon as you actually craft a decent weapon, then you're going to swap to Isomorphic Arms. Everything else will pretty much be the same. Early game, you're just going to be grabbing the minion damage, and the minion skill levels, enhanced skill, and then as you get far enough up to actually get the higher level traits, then you will end up swapping and you'll start putting points into the ultimate damage and ultimate cooldown recovery speed, so you can get your spirits to be sitting in permanent ultimate mode. In regards to the trees, the only trees we do know we're definitely going to be locking down are going to be, again, God of Machines and Alchemist. We will end up in Warlock, and we're most likely going to end up in Lich. If it's what it says it is, it's saying it's related to seal skills. That's all we know. What this means is, let's see where these went here. So, themed around skills and seals, that means this is most likely going to be the one with skill levels, as well as sealed mana. So that's going to be what we're going to want to be leaning into. Just we're going to be wanting to lean towards our standard setup of stacking as many auras as we can for our Magus, and then let them kind of carry us through the game. So same equipment as usual, standard stuff. You're just going to be running. You're going to be wanting to get Fiend Crowned early, and then you're basically turning this into Troublemaker. Into Troublemaker, and then for the chest, you also want Friend Nemesis chest as well when you can get it. Big damage boost, so highly recommended basically on everything. But for an early start, Iris is already having a pretty sweet start on her, and it seems like she's being pushed enough to where she should have an even smoother leveling into tier 8s. So with this, again, it's just going to be, you're crafting a two-handed weapon here, so you can use it with Isomorphic Arms and with the Thunder Spirits. So pretty smooth, pretty nice overall, or all around. Yeah, pretty much the only other things that might change is we have to make some decisions here. So if they're saying that everything has been changed to where you only get one per on things, and things have been kind of like bunched together based on theming, that means most likely what? For Alchemist, we're going to be left with, out of these 6, there's going to be 4 left. So there's probably going to be Empower, Source, Battle Trumpet, and Talons. These are the 4 that are still related to Spirit Magi. Out of these 4, Talons of Abyss is going to end up being the best. Just all of that extra damage for growth. Battle Trumpet is good early on, I guess, if you're just needing to spam enhanced skills and you don't have the points on tree or in other sources on gear to get that enhanced skill. But once you get that, Talons of Abyss will end up outscaling it. So if we end up getting forced to this tree, we may end up just giving up that much. And then we may end up needing to take Source early as well. So you'll take this early and then swap it for Warlock. If this is all the same, I think they swapped Indifference and Dirty Tricks. Dirty Tricks now deals damage for minions, or this now works for minions, so Dirty Tricks will end up being what you end up wanting to run. That will be really good. It's just a big DPS boost for your minions. Off the beaten track, I don't know if this is still going to be under Warlock because it has to do with Seal. So it's probably moved to this new tree here, but we just kind of have to wait and see. So out of the 2, you're pretty much just going to end up with the 2 supports you're going to end up with. It's most likely going to be Dirty Tricks and Off the Beaten Track. The new Indifference seemed kind of crazy, so I don't know if they're actually going to do that or what. It seems really good, but I mean, realistically, you're not going to have remaining energy. Like 250 remaining energy seems kind of crazy. I mean, I guess there's a world and theoretically it's possible. I just don't see how you could really have that much extra energy. So if you can somehow figure out the way, or you're willing to drop a bunch of extra supports, you could try it. We'll see. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with it. I think she's going to be in a really, really good spot. I'll make sure I get the video up for Iris 2. I want to make sure we kind of fully go over everything, I guess, that's changed for her and what's going to be better. Again, if anyone finds any builds, rather, or anywhere that has the trees, so we can see the new trees, then I can definitely get full build trees out for everyone. If not, we're just going to have to wait until launch happens, and then I can basically pump out planned videos of all the trees for people, or get some updates to the builds from there. But it's pretty much going to be standard leveling. Most builds have their own like standard leveling tree that it recommends. If you just follow that, you're going to have a good enough time. So you don't need to do anything crazy. But yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. And other than that, see you in the next one.